The call. The call came in just after midnight. A woman reported children banging on the door, not knocking but hammering, hard enough to shake the frame. By the time she reached the door, the banging had stopped. She saw no one, but she insisted she felt watched. 2 officers were dispatched, older men, experienced. They arrived to find the street quiet, no movement, no voices, just a woman standing in a doorway, pale and shaking. "They were right here," she said. "Kids, I think. I didn't see their faces." The officers exchanged a look, the kind that said probably nothing, but they did their job. They checked the garden, the alley, the hedges. Nothing. Then one of them paused. "Listen." Across the street there was a wide grassy area with a small playground set back across the field. Even in the dark the officers could make out movement, the swing shifting, the roundabout turning, the seesaw rising and falling. A single street lamp cast a weak orange glow across the equipment, just enough to catch the shapes of children on it. The officers crossed the road, boots crunching on gravel, then stepped onto the grass. As they walked across the field, the children came into clearer view, 5 of them, maybe 6, each on a different piece of equipment, moving slowly in the dim light. "All right," one said, keeping his voice steady. "Stay where you are." The swing slowed, the roundabout eased, and the seesaw settled as the children stepped off their rides in perfect unison and faced the officers. Every head turned toward them at the exact same moment. Even the child who had just stepped off the roundabout kept their gaze fixed on the officers, never breaking eye contact. When the torchlight passed over them, their eyes caught the glow, a faint reddish reflection, like glass catching firelight. The sudden, perfect coordination made both men falter. "Did you see that?" the younger officer whispered. They were close enough now to see the details, close enough that nothing about the children's stillness made sense. That's when the smiles appeared, wide, teeth small but numerous, like rows of tiny white pegs. The younger officer whispered, "They're not scared of us." "Kids should fidget," the older one murmured, "or whisper, or look away." But these didn't. Even from a distance the officer could see their chests rising and falling too fast, quick shallow breaths, like panting without effort. Not frightened, just wrong. They took another cautious step forward. As they closed the gap, the nearest child's hands came into view, small fingers hanging at their sides, nails long and jagged, uneven points catching the torchlight. The older officer froze. "No," he said softly, "we're not going any closer." The younger officer nodded immediately. Agreed. They backed away, slow and steady, never turning their backs. The children didn't follow, didn't move, just watched them leave those wide, toothy smiles. The officers reached the patrol car, locked the doors and sat in silence for a moment. "You ever see anything like that?" the younger officer asked. "No," the older one said, and then quieter, "and I don't want to." They drove off. As they passed the park, the children were gone, but the swings were still swaying gently, the roundabout still turning a fraction, the seesaw resting crookedly where the children had stepped off. No wind, no footsteps, no voices, just the faint creak of playground equipment shifting under a weight no one could see.